Stream back up.
And we're back!
Are we really? I was just randomly meowing. Perfect timing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RSHL action. This is period 2 of Dirty Birds vs. Breakaway. We are joined now by the Red Raven, formerly known as the Bread Caven. And Sting is here with us as well.
Yeah, and it looks like after a moderate delay, we're actually getting back into the action.
Dirty Birds a little upset at the last goal being called back, but there was a lagger message on the ref frequency, and Nana Squadron did tank. Put the pressure on. Anno almost owned goals. That would have been huge. It's the best shot he's made all game. And now Jowrix coming back the other way. A little bit of phase. Causes the puck to turn over there. And Blucka just making breakaway defenders look foolish there. Just floating around them. And more dodges and a goal.
And that is clean.
And he made about 5 people miss checks there and made a perfect shot. That'll definitely be on the top 10. Just went coast to coast there, as Super Dan would like to say.
Yeah, what I was about to say is watching this game, one thing I'm noticing is lack of team puck control. There's a lot of easy turnovers, and it looks like Blucka just took it into his own hands.
And that's the strength of having a player like him on your team. Where he's really good at moving the puck and working with the team, but there are times when he can just kind of go off on his own in hero mode. Tries to get another goal, but goal checks him off there. And a nice forecheck by Banana Squadron. And Dirty Birds will look to get yet another opportunity. 18 Hawk with the ball kill on cocaine. Nana to Blucka, but turned over to breakaway, and now they might be able to find some space here. Jowrix to Anno, and wanted to take the bottom snipe, but shoots it right at the goalie again. That's the second or third time I've seen that from him. A little bit of rusty from years of not playing Hockey Zone. Dirty Birds just cycling the puck in breakaway zone now. And Blucka with some space back to Nana. Wanted to take the bottom shot, but Slart is in a good position to prevent that from happening. And Nana doing work on the forecheck this game. Asian Hawk tries to snipe top, but Slart in position there. And as like I was saying before, Asian Hawk hasn't played in a couple seasons, and I feel like he hasn't quite adjusted to the lowered shot power of the Spider. Hasn't quite been using it to the best of its abilities. But pretty decent effort on the other side of the ice, just not quite used to that shot power, I guess. And nice checks from Anno back to Jowrix, and wanted to shoot bottom post, and honestly, another opportunity that looked like it was shot right at the goalie, but maybe it's just savings positioning.
Yeah, I think his procs just picked it up.
I'm pretty sure that after 20 seconds, when we check the stats, we'll see that Dirty Birds probably had a pretty substantial puck time advantage in this period. Maybe about 30 or 40 seconds is what I'm going to guess.
Hayes was trying to eat up clock, and it almost backfired on him.
Yeah, luckily it didn't, because when something like that happens, it's always a little embarrassing. So it looks like 44 seconds puck time advantage for Dirty Birds, so almost right on the money. Kudos to me. As most people know, I am the best ever, so. And Luke's is going to come into the game for Dirty Birds. And I'll be interested to see who Dirty Birds plays in this period. Of course, they have the 2-goal advantage now. And they might look to rotate some of their other players in again.
Yeah, and it looks like BA's actually pulled out Anno. Well, it looks like they're cleaning house, actually. 3 people are out.
I expect to, see what's going on here. Right now, Wolfers, Fief, Arcadian, and Cocaine. Not really sure what this is about. They need to have Jowrix and Chrono in together. Chrono obviously deserves to be in for at least 2 periods. Honestly, with Breakaway's offensive situation, Chrono and Jowrix should be in all the periods they want to play. And it looks like Chrono is going to play, but Jowrix might be out.
Yeah, it looks
they
like
need to get Jowrix in the game.
Yeah, it looks like they pulled Gold Jowrix and Anno in favor of this line.
I mean, this lineup looks fine, except they need to get one of the other players out for Jowrix. They just don't have the offensive firepower to score a lot of goals against this team, I think, with this line.
Yeah, it looks like they're still trying to stack defense with Arcadian.
Yeah, this is definitely a more defensive-oriented line, and I'm not sure why you would go with a defensive-oriented line when you're down by 2 goals. I mean, Cocaine, definitely primarily a defensive player. Arcadian, much better at the forecheck than scoring goals. Wolfers, almost exclusively a defensive player.
Maybe they're planning on pulling Fief in for offensive duties.
Maybe, but even so, he's in the Spider. I just don't see it working out very well. They need to have Jowrix and Chrono in there together. And looks like Navi is back in the game, as well as Hockey Boat for Dirty Birds and Cozy. So, not Dirty Bird's top line, so if Breakaway did have a chance, it would be against this sort of line. It looked like they were setting up to have an opportunity, but Haze Cloud kills Arcade.
Yeah, and it does go back to reason that it looks like they actually tried to put themselves up in the second period so that they could pull in the others in the third. Give the lesser talented players some playtime.
Yeah, it looks like maybe learning from their past mistakes when they had subbed in a line when the game was even, and Arcadian shoots it right at saving. That's not the kind of opportunity they'll be looking for if they want to tie this game up. But Dirty Birds learning from their mistakes, whereas before they had made a lot of subs against interference when the game was close and ended up burning them, but they decided to play a strong line in the second period and get the lead before subbing this line back in. So I think maybe learning from their previous games and smart reaction from them. Cozy with the puck now. Ball kills Cocaine. And Navi just holding on to the puck. Slowing the game down a little bit. And Hockey Bow just finding open space and taking it to the corner. Beef checks him off. Corner, not really the place you want to be as a forward.
No, he kind of got himself secluded and nobody could get to him to offer any aid.
Breakaway cycling around here. Sporting a Christmas ship lineup for this third period. Once again, kind of questionable to me since Christmas ship lines are primarily for defense. Chrono! Nice bank shot and clean.
Yeah, it's clean on my screen too, and it looked like initially Dirty Birds was playing a tight team D, and then all of a sudden that turnover, it just threw them for a loop. They just couldn't get back in position.
Yeah, a huge individual effort by him. Just took on a couple players in their team and ended up hitting the perfect shot. 3-2, that is unassisted. Chrono going to try to maybe put the team on his back in this third period.
And to be honest, he may have to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before with the Christmas ship lineup. Navi tried to force it through there, but wasn't able to find an opening. Christmas ship lineups are typically, stylistically, something that you use when you want to buckle down on the mid and defense, and they're not the best teams, not the best ship lineup for getting lots of open offensive opportunities, which is what you need when you're down in the third period. So a little surprised that Jowerx is not in for Cocaine or Wolfers, or maybe even for Fief and have Wolfers at defensive mid. That probably would be the best idea, but definitely don't see why Wolfers and Fief should play 3 periods apiece, while Jowerx and Chrono, as the only real offensive talent on the team that are like pure offensive players and not midfielders, only play 2 periods. Kind of questionable to me. Cocaine, the slap shot pass to Wolfers, but phases through him. And Wolfers tanks the goalie bullet. Dirty Birds ends up back with the puck, so it's relevant. And Chagrin with some open space here. Might look to take a snipe, but there really was no open angle there.
No, he had 3 defenders following closely behind, so he had no time to even try to set up for anything special.
Wolfers misses his team there. They're able to recover it off the wall. Wolfers ball kills Chagrin, but loses the puck. And saving with a nice pass to Cozy on the outlet. Huge level 2 dud from Navi. That is what the Jab is famous for. Wolfers a little frustrated by that. And Breakaway will switch the field, now working on the other side. But they turn it over. And they need to generate a couple more shots. About 6.5 minutes left. They've done a little bit better of a job so far this period than some of the rest of the game. So, it's definitely within their power to tie this game up. Chrono looked like he's about to set up to sweep up to the top side of the crease, but was checked off in time there to prevent that from happening. As I said before, Haze Cloud's been very solid this season. And Cozy looking to get some space, but Chrono all over the place for Breakaway on the offensive and defensive end. Wolfers going up to Cocaine with some space. And tries to pass it off to Chrono, but that phases. Unfortunate phase timing there.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of those this game.
Hockey Bow misses Cozy, and that's going to end up being a turnover. And Breakaway will set up shop here in the other team's crease, at least offensive end, and hope to make something happen. They need to cycle the puck around here and make sure they get a quality opportunity. They don't just want to throw it away. They're just trying to cluster it in there, and too many defensive players are on the crease for Dirty Birds. Need to be a little bit more patient. Wolfers to Cocaine. Passes to Chrono. He gets killed. Cocaine picks it back up. And Cocaine, with the open net, doesn't fire.
With the hold.
Maybe
he was as shocked as we were.
I think he might have been. He's claiming delay in chat, but I didn't see a bullet come out.
I did not either.
Cocaine was just giving me a tough time the other day for calling him out on missing open nets in RSHL, and here we go again. I can't
looks
imagine
like
it's nice to hear
someone
that, but
spec 4 Dirty Birds and Asian Hawk came in.
Chrono to Arcadian, and Cocaine with a nice opportunity. Breakaway finding some space, but able to save that one. And Breakaway is doing a good job generating some opportunities against that line. That's probably why a defensive sub came for Dirty Birds. They decided to sub another defensive player in there.
And it looks like Cocaine is out. Looks like he left the arena, possibly lag, and he's back in.
Wolfers tries to shoot top, but Asian Hawk procs is.
Thief trying to control the puck, give Breakaway a chance. Passes it up to Wolfers and just misses him, saving easy save for him. Navi with a BK on Chrono, and Dirty Birds will try to turn this into a scoring opportunity.
Yep, and Hockey Bow passes to Navi. That's a lag shot.
Yeah, it lagged right through the goalie's procs.
And 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. Ever since the zone recycle, at least it's 6 shots to 6. So even in that aspect. And Breakaway's done a pretty good job so far in this period of generating offensive opportunities, but they have not finished some of them. And they need a goal to tie it up. Unfortunate about the open net, because of course the game would be tied.
Yeah, and it looks like they pulled Chrono and actually pulled Jalrix in to hopefully create some more scoring opportunities. Dirty Bird defense being stingy with the puck, not allowing Jalrix any shot.
And Thief's gonna get a free steal there. Tries to pass it up to Wolfers, but misses the puck. It's going to bounce off the wall and end up with Dirty Birds. But Asian Hawk gives it right back. And Thief gives it right back again. And they give it back to Jower. And he gives it to Chrono, but he gives it to Saving. So, lots of back and forth turning the puck over there.
Yeah, and we've seen it more and more this entire game. And it's kind of better.
Cozy to Hockey Boat and shoots top post, but a lag through the Spider defenseman on my screen.
Yeah, it lagged on mine as well.
Looked like he beat the goalie, but the defender was in the way. I didn't catch if it was Wolfers or Thief. It was kind of sudden, but Spider defenseman definitely got in the way there. So good positioning from whoever that was. And Breakaway is going to call a timeout. Jalrix is the one that hopped in the game for Cocaine, so that's positive at least. They need Jalrix and Chrono in the game to tie this up, probably. At least that's their best chance of it.
Yeah, and Dirty Birds right now, it looks like they're playing a little bit more Team D, which, being up by 1 point, I mean, it's something they need to focus on. Don't let the easy goals in, so we'll see if they can continue that and see if they're going to push BA on the offensive side as well.
Well, we were talking about before how, Dirty Birds took some of their core players out since they had the advantage, so you got to think that Breakaway might have a chance to tie this up, but even if they do, when the overtime period starts, if they were managed to tie it up, you would see Blucka and Banana Squadron and those other guys come back in for Dirty Birds, and would Breakaway be able to cope with them then?
Yeah, and the question is, if Dirty Bird decides not to sub them back in, is it an opportunity for them to look at how this current crew is playing in overtime situations? So,
nice check by Saving. And one thing you have to ask yourself as well is, would they feel comfortable enough to play these lines with Krub in net as opposed to Saving? Because Krub, he plays pretty well in some standard situations, but I don't think there's probably any argument that Saving is a superior goaltender, and they probably feel a lot more comfortable with him back there playing some of these teams where they have the potential of facing a lot of shots than if they had been playing Krub. Breakaway trying to generate a chance here, and all 5 Dirty Birds players collapsed on the defensive end here, so they definitely want to take this win. Chrono able to find some space, and Jowerik's checked off by Cozy. About a minute left, so ball kill by Cozy. He's going to try a sweep here, checked off by Chrono. And there's only about the potential for 2 or 3 more good chances for breakaway, so we'll see if they're able to create any. Gold holding the puck right now. Wolfers turns it over to Easy and Hawk. It's not what you want in this last minute. Another ball kill. And Navi with the open net scores.
An easy goal for Navi.
Yeah, Slart lunged there, hoping to get some momentum for his team and get an outlet pass for an automatic rush, but that risk did not pay off there. And Dirty Birds, for all intents and purposes, just put this game away with that goal. Breakaway will come off of this face-off, and Chrono tried to find some space, but good check by AZ and Hawk prevents that.
Cozy kind of playing a little bit of cherry pick there.
And this will probably be the last opportunity of the game. See if Jowerik is able to score here. Nope.
He's in perfect position.
Tries to shoot at bottom. Hayescloud intercepts that. So Dirty Birds is going to come away with this 4-2. Stay tuned with us. The stream is going to be off for a few minutes, and then you'll be joining us for the next game, which is going to be Dire Wolves and Empire battling out to see who's going to have the potential to maybe fight for a playoff spot. So both these teams sorely need a win, and we'll see who's able to win that. But thanks for joining us for this game, Sting. Your help was greatly appreciated. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.